It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
It's Nolan. I'm a 90s baby, I'm with all the unction. Pull up to the function, I speak with southern gumption. Life on display, beer got a couple grades. I solidify the future of my family like the dungeon. Rico, the rap Chico, the pump flavor like Pico. We'll pull a broad like a Magneto. It's Nat Geo. I'm naturally running my faculty. I swing on your team and I'm leaving without my faculties. I'm actually one of them writers you shouldn't quarrel with. Y'all stretch true, fuck cartilage. From a rough past hippopotamus, balanced like hypothalamus. I'm obviously goaded like Baphomet. Witnessing my reign, radiologist coming out the ATL. But I'm known to steal the show, no Dre TL. I'm too real, pulling cards like an ACL. Bitch, I made it all greats, call me perfect sale.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there, man. We're now at day 2 of Massachusetts versus Stefon Diggs in the trial where he is being tried for strangulation of his personal chef, ex-personal chef. She no longer works for him. She said that he slapped her, put her in a headlock chokehold over the edge of the bed. They fell on the floor, to which he allegedly tightened his grip around her neck to the point where she says that she actually urinated herself, right? That's her testimony of the situation. It has been a very tense testimony for her these last 2 days. We talked about the situation yesterday. Unfortunately, there's a lot of mixed reviews about what people are seeing. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, some of it didn't seem all the way authentic. But there's some parts of the story as it pertains to the violence that I just don't know. I can't say whether or not it happened. However, today we have further witnesses that have come into the court. And pretty much all of the witnesses that have taken the stand have not seen any signs of bruising, any signs of redness, any signs of physical distress on her body. And those witnesses consist of, God damn, my camera's tripping. Shy, the hair braider. Of course, Shy is actually friends with Mila, or at least they were close. They developed some sort of relationship. Working in close proximity, both being under Stefon's staff. You have Shy's friend, who is a hairdresser as well, but she doesn't work for Stefon. You have Sonny, who is, of course, Stefon's chief of staff. So, of course, these are witnesses kind of speaking on his behalf. But you also have police that are basically saying, of course, by the time she came in, the incident was over and done with, so there weren't any markings on her. But there wasn't a lot of relevant information to take down about the scene. And I'm actually going to pull up this stuff today. You had a massage therapist who actually was in close quarters with Mila, who witnessed no such bruising, no such anything. And of course, with Shy and the other girl, they were literally with her the night of and the week after, the entire week, by the way, because Mila stayed at Shy's house. They changed clothes together in the room, etc., and they saw no signs of physical distress or bruises or harm on her body. We saw the video of her literally dancing at Shy's house. That was either the night of or the next day, which was recorded by Shy's friend. They also have the dash cam footage of when she was being taken to Shy's house. They had a whole long night out, as a matter of fact, when Mila was picked up from the airport. I believe they went to Queens, New York. They went to New Jersey. And then they made their way back to Brooklyn, right? So they were out all night having a good time, chilling, eating wings, dancing, the whole nine, literally after Stefon said, you can't stay at my house for the weekend. You know what I mean? After the alleged incident occurred. So again, this is a sensitive topic. I cannot say what did or did not happen. This could be a freak scenario where, you know, because when she was asked about her not having bruises, she says she doesn't bruise easily. She didn't turn um pink or purple or anything on her skin. We don't know the nature of how her skin is, but I mean, I would think if a professional athlete, especially a football player, if he is strangling you to the point of urination and losing breath, and you said that you tried to fight back and his grasp tightened, you know, this could be an incident where it did happen. I don't know. But if it was, I think that there would be some signs physically. You know what I mean? She's very light skinned. I believe she's of Hispanic descent, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know that to be a fact. But um again, I don't know what happened. All right. So what I'm gonna do is go through some of the footage from this morning. I'm sure they're back in court by now by the time that I'm uploading this video. They may even put Mila back on the stand by the time this comes out, but this is from the morning of, okay? So we're gonna have Mila's, I hate to say it, but contentious cross-examination from this morning where she was not answering questions. Uh she tried to act like she couldn't understand questions, things that would have made her possibly look bad. She chose either not to answer or acted like she could not understand or comprehend the question without answering and giving further context. The judge literally had to say, ma'am, if you don't answer these questions in the fashion that we're asking you in terms of yes or no, or confirming or denying what they're asking you, your entire testimony will be stricken from the record. So I gotta say, it's not looking good. Shout out to Megan Cuniff for putting these segments on Twitter, so I don't have to go looking for them. So we're gonna get into Mila testifying, finishing her testimony in the assault criminal trial. This is 20 minutes, and again, we're gonna play as much as I can from today.
Just a reminder that you're still under oath.
Okay.
And Ms. Adams, again, as of the same as yesterday, if you could do your best to keep your voice up, that is appreciated.
Yes.
Thank you.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Adams, on January 1st, 2026, you sent Steph's girlfriend a text message that later appeared on TMZ's website, correct?
Yes.
And in that text message, you told Steph's girlfriend that you were so sorry, but you couldn't talk to her, right?
Yes.
And you told Steph's girlfriend in that text message, I didn't say that, especially in the way it was written.
Yes.
Right? And you were talking about the statement that you made to the Dedham police, right?
It was a voicemail, and I didn't listen. I read it, the transcript, so I didn't know her voice.
When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026...
I don't understand the question. I'm sorry. So
I
don't
haven't
wanna
finished my
answer it.
question. When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026, in a written text message, I didn't say that, you were referring to the statements that were reported in the press that you gave to the Dedham Police Department, correct?
I don't understand your question.
Did you or did you not write those words?
I don't understand your question. Without further explaining.
You can't testify under oath to this jury what you meant by the words you wrote to Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question without further explaining.
You also asked Steph's girlfriend to, quote, please call my mediator and she will answer everything you need to know, but only in person and confidentially. Right?
Yes.
Your mediator's name is Lynette Marie, right?
Lynette Marie.
Thank you. She's also known as Lynette Marie Turner.
I don't know.
You don't know your mediator's last name?
I don't know her. She's married. I don't know her exact last name.
Your mediator works for a company called LMT Global, correct?
Yes, that's her company.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Damn, why you put it down like that, ma'am? Damn, that threw it
I'm
at the
showing
lady.
you a corporate document from the state of Michigan. It is an amended annual report filed by LMT Global Corporation. Can you please read the name of the president of that company?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sidebar.
Hey, if my damn camera froze, just roll with the punches, man. My shit been defective for a minute. This shit been fucked up.
Your mediator, Lynette Marie, issued a money demand to
And real quick, for you fuck niggas that keep saying I'm paid off by all these damn artists, why the hell is my camera freezing up every 10 business days if I'm being paid off? Unrelated to the topic, we'll continue. But y'all see my shit flashing while I'm saying this.
Stefon Diggs on December 29th, the day the criminal complaint in this case issued, right?
I'm not sure of the date.
Well, may I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
This, and take it away. Okay.
If she recognizes it, yeah.
Do you recognize this email from L. Marie on December 29, 2025, to Stefon Diggs and a number of other people?
No, I don't recognize it.
You've never seen this money demand before.
I seen the money demand after that's it. I don't recognize the email.
Testimony under oath is that your mediator made a money demand on December 29th for money for you from Mr. Diggs.
Money for past wages.
The same day the criminal complaint in this case issued, and you didn't see it?
I can't answer that question.
I'm sorry?
I can't answer that question without explaining further.
Can't answer that question under oath.
Without explaining.
Your mediator demanded $19,000 on that date, didn't she?
For wages owed, yes.
Your Honor, I move to strike.
I thought she was owed like a couple weeks of pay. 19,000, that would have been shit. You getting paid 2,000 a week to get to 19,000. That's like damn near 2 whole months of back pay. 2.5 damn near.
That.
Overruled. Answer stands.
Sorry?
Answer stands.
Thank you, Your Honor. You've made another money demand in this case, haven't you?
And she only worked for him for what? 5 months? 5-6 months?
No. Actually, before we get there, the 19,000...
I didn't get a chance to answer the question.
Before we get there...
Are you withdrawing your question,
Yes,
counsel?
question is withdrawn. Thank you, Your Honor. After a money demand for $19,000 was provided to Stefon Diggs, on February 13th, you issued a public statement, didn't you?
Yes.
And in that public statement, you said, I have never sought money to settle this matter, right?
I haven't.
And by the middle of April, you had hired a lawyer to represent you, right?
For workers' comp.
That's a yes or no question, ma'am.
Yes, for workers' comp.
Your Honor, may the witness be instructed to please answer the questions posed.
Witness answered your question.
She damn sure did.
All right. And for workers' comp, the lawyer you hired, is she sitting in this room right now?
Yes.
And she helped you prepare for your testimony in this case, right?
She came to support me.
She came to the meeting with the Commonwealth's lawyer to help prepare you for your testimony in this case, correct?
I don't know how to answer that question.
You can't answer that question under oath, ma'am?
No,
You met with the prosecutor last Thursday, right? With your lawyer,
I
right?
was told to have a lawyer because you guys asked me to plead the fifth on some things. So I was instructed to have my lawyer come.
So your testimony under oath is that the Commonwealth's attorney instructed you to bring your private lawyer?
Or a lawyer, that you guys offered a lawyer. So I brought my private lawyer.
I'm sorry, when you say you guys, do you mean me, defense counsel for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
Is your testimony under oath that I had some role in your preparation session with the district attorney's office to prepare you for your testimony in this case?
I was told that the defense said I needed to have a lawyer, or they were going to provide a lawyer, something in that context, about pleading the fifth, about messages. So I brought my lawyer, which was when I walked to the side of the judge yesterday.
Your personal lawyer is here today, correct?
My workers' comp.
She's with the law firm of Boston Law. That's a law firm here in Dorchester, Massachusetts.
Ma'am, I think that was I apologize, but you do need to keep your voice up. I don't know if you answered.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Tell the jury how much I think you described her as a workers' comp lawyer.
I got her because I was injured on the job and I needed to file a workers' comp case. Stefon Diggs did not have proper workers' and comp insurance.
May
The final portion of that answer will be stricken and you will disregard it. Ms. Adams, if you could just listen to the question, answer the question, and if you need it rephrased, counsel will certainly rephrase it for you. Next
Okay.
question, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. 3 weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5.5 million from Mr. Diggs, didn't he?
5.5.
Mr. Diggs offered me $100,000
Ma'am?
to recant my statement.
That is a yes.
That is the
Your Honor,
only...
May we be heard at sidebar, please? Objection, move to strike.
Shit.
The last part of the witness's response will be stricken as non-responsive. You will disregard it and you will not consider it during your deliberations.
So that last bit of information can't be used. The 5.5 million question and her saying that Stefon reached out offering her $100,000. Now, I don't know the order in which those requests or offers were made, but she's alleging that he tried to get her to recant her statement for $100,000. Her and her legal team reached out allegedly for 5.5 million, but it can't be used by the jury.
Guys, jurors can step down this way, please.
Squad stands at a recess.
Back on the record, Your Honor.
Y'all just gonna have to bear with me talking, man, because my camera acting fucked up.
Thank you. Ms. Silva, I want to reiterate, I think, some messaging that I tried to make clear yesterday. And it's that you're responsible for answering questions that are put to you. If you don't understand a question, you can say that, and I'm sure counsel will rephrase. If you can't hear a question, tell them that as well. But courtrooms function in, and especially trials, unfold in a question and answer format. This is not an opportunity for you to interject your own narrative and evade responding to questions the court deems appropriate. And if you continue to do so, your entire testimony may be stricken. Am I clear?
Yes.
Thank you.
Damn, judge had to get up in her ass real quick. All right, I think we back in the game, y'all.
The jurors.
All rise, jurors enter.
Jurors, at this point, I just want to be clear on one point, all right? And it's the following. You may not consider anything you heard that was stricken from the record. When an answer is stricken from the record, it does not exist. And in determining what the facts are from this case, you're sworn to determine those facts solely and exclusively from the evidence presented, and you may not consider any answer that I have stricken. All right? All right, thank you.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
You may proceed. Thank you, counsel.
Ms. Adams, 3 weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5.5 million from Stefon Diggs, correct?
Brought it back.
That is client lawyer privilege. I cannot speak on that.
That's not how that works. We in court now.
You believe that your lawyer's communications to Stefon Diggs are covered by your attorney-client privilege, ma'am?
I can't answer that question. I don't know the answer to that question.
You
That's
know
crazy.
that someone on your behalf has demanded $5.5 million from Stefon Diggs, don't you?
I have a workers' comp claim, and
Your
I
Honor?
have explored all civil options.
Ma'am,
I don't understand.
are
the
you
question.
able to
Sorry.
answer
No.
that question?
No, I'm
Counsel,
not
restate
able
the
to.
question, please.
You know that someone on your behalf has demanded $5.5 million from Stefon Diggs.
Do you know that, Miss Adams?
No. I'm sorry, I don't know how to answer the question.
Damn it, man.
I don't understand.
That's not a good look.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You don't know nothing about it.
May I read her?
Your Honor, before we direct, may we be heard at sidebar?
Of course. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yesterday, defense counsel showed you a form about that you filled out to the police,
Yes.
and they made a point that you're the hand, but not the forearm and elbow. May I approach? I'm putting a form in front of you. If you could just take a look at that and look up if you recognize it.
Yes.
And if I may direct the witness's attention. Can you read right here when it says the expected injury? Or
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustain.
is there anywhere on that form where you do note the forearm and forearm being used to choke you?
Objection, Your Honor.
Yes.
Sidebar.
Okay.
On cross, I believe there's some questions about the text messages leading up to the assault.
Yes.
Do you have still the binder in front of you?
Yes.
Do you mind opening to section 3 and to the pages ending in 1?
And this should be the prosecutor that's asking him the questions now, right? Because, oh, dude, he on the other side of the courtroom.
1-4.
Okay.
Would you mind reading the text messages from page 114 to 117?
And I'm ruining that bitch life.
Why
The
did you
next
say that?
text message doesn't say anything. I won't be paying you shit.
And do you mind just saying who's saying what?
Okay, I said the first. And ruining that bitch life is what I said. Mr. Diggs said, I won't be paying you shit. Fuck, I look like paying you and paying another chef. Is you high, bitch? Who the fuck give you money for your business? Who the fuck gotta give you money for your business? I don't gotta do a motherfucking thing. And you can get whoever you want. You got my address. Tell them to come take the money then. Fuck you talking about. I said bet. Pussy. I said pussy. Show me I'm pussy. Will do.
That's all.
That's it.
In your experience as a personal chef, is it common practice that when chefs get sent away, they get paid for the week that they get sent away?
Yes.
Objection, Your
Because
Honor.
that's the only job I have.
Whoa, hold on. Somebody gonna have to tell me how that work. Okay? To say that's customary because that's the only job you have, I don't think that's how that works. If you're excused from the job, given a week off or whatever the case may be, trying to figure out, what's going on, he's not going to pay you simply because that's the only job you have. That is like a courtesy. That would be like I know this the only job. I know I'm the only person you work for, therefore I'm going to continue to pay you. That's at the discretion of the person paying, unless it's written in a contract, which, if I'm not mistaken, they already disclosed yesterday that she accepted this job without signing any formal paperwork. So all of that is a bit contradictory. Also, yesterday they talked about what happened after the alleged choking incident. She said that they basically had like a casual conversation where he got up off the floor and asked her, "So what you doing this weekend?" She said, "I'll be here." He said, "Nah, I don't want nobody in my house while I'm gone." She said, "Who gonna pay for my flight?" He said, "Who always take care of your flight?" Now, what I don't understand, and maybe I'm just not used to how these things happen, but that is a very casual conversation to have after a person has just allegedly choked you out. You know what I mean? I would think at bare minimum, they would probably barge out the room. You know what I mean? Or they would probably give their final order or their final stamp of like whatever that was that they were trying to give you and then get the fuck out. Maybe I'm just thinking about movies, but it just some of the stuff that she's saying, it just isn't connecting. And again, I'm not here to try to bash this woman because I don't know this woman. And, on my channel and in my life, I'm definitely more of an advocate for women than men. I hate niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough for me to evaluate this and feel like she's not possibly in the right or not telling the entire story, because I typically do not side with alleged abusers. You know what I'm saying? It's just not in my DNA. It's not in my code. I get criticized for it all the time.
And I know on Cross it came out that you made a public statement where you said, "I have never sought money to settle this case." When you said this case, was that referring to the criminal case? Or?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
Very briefly, Your Honor, if I may.
Go ahead.
That series of text messages that you just read, that was in response to you saying, after you were fired by Mr. Diggs, "You will be paying me out for the season and the money," I'm sorry, and this is on page 113 of Exhibit 3. "You will be paying me out for the season and the money you said you would give me for my business. Wasted my fucking time being here."
So she's then demanding that she be paid out for the remainder of the season, and that he gonna have to give her the money that he said he was gonna give her for her business. I guess she was gonna end up launching some sort of restaurant or getting her own something off the ground. You know what I'm saying? Which clearly they talked about from the beginning. Um just a very messy situation, especially when you factor in their romantic side of them being intimate and having a sexual relationship leading up to her even receiving employment.
Here, because you got a fucking circus going on, right?
Yes.
So when he said he wouldn't be paying you, he was referring to your demand that after you leave your employment on December 2nd, he nonetheless continued to pay you $2,000 a week for the rest of the New England Patriots football season while you were not working for him, right?
That's not how it goes.
You will be paying me out for the season, right?
I was a contracted employee.
It's a yes or no question, ma'am.
I don't know how to answer that question. Sorry.
And before you said that, if you turn just one page back to page 112, what Mr. Diggs said to you that you were responding to was, I'm going to leave you be. Thank you for cooking for me for this season. I appreciate you. Hate it even got to this. That's what you were responding to when you told him he would be paying you out for the season, right?
No, it's a full context to those messages.
Ma'am, was the message that came from Mr. Diggs that preceded your demand that you be paid out for the season, thank you for cooking for me this season. I appreciate you. I'ma leave you be.
Can you say that again?
You can look right down there on page 112. I'ma leave you be.
What was your question?
I'm not finished. Thank you for cooking for me for this season. You can read along and correct me if I get it wrong. I appreciate you. Hate it even got like this. Right?
That's what it says, yes.
Okay. And you were really hoping that Mr. Diggs would give you some money so you could open your own restaurant, weren't you?
Objection.
That was our agreement.
That was what you wanted him to give you, right?
That was an agreement.
Ma'am, is this a contract suit?
Objection.
This is an assault.
That objection is sustained. The witness doesn't have to answer.
Withdrawn, Your Honor. Thank you.
Damn, she said you came to court looking for the money, but this is an assault case. We're not here to talk about the money he owed you necessarily, or you thought he owed you, because again, I don't believe that agreement was ever written formally in documentation. So basically, after whatever happened, whether it was a physical altercation or if it was a verbal disagreement, I do not know. But when it was over, she then says, well, if you're letting me go, you need to pay me out for the rest of the season, and you need to give me the money that you said you were going to give me for my restaurant. And this is a common situation that we find, especially when it comes to these high profile cases or lawsuits or things of this nature, where these, I'll just say common folk, for lack of a better term, find themselves in a position where they still need the celebrity or the more quote unquote powerful person. Not that they really need them, but they feel like they need them, you know, for whatever lifestyle that they've procured by being in this person's presence. And unfortunately, it makes them look even worse because it's like, yo, this person is doing XYZ to you. Why do you go back? Why do you continue to allow this person to fund your situation? Why are you still accepting or asking for money from this person? Again, I'm not saying that she shouldn't, because again, she feels like this is her only way. This is her only job. She gave up her home. Even when he told her she couldn't stay at his house while he was gone, she said that she was going to fly to Atlanta, but she had given up her home. She had nowhere to go, which is how she ended up with Shy to begin with. So unfortunately, you know, she was fully dependent on Stefon. And at any moment, if they were to ever fall out or she was to lose her job, she would have found herself at a crossroads either way it goes, because she had nothing of her own. It's just a sad situation all around. You know what I mean? And now we're hearing about her and her legal team demanding $5.5 million, which is astronomical. But of course, he is a multimillionaire, but I don't know, man. So here we have the officer who is the second and final prosecution witness, who actually was confronted by Miss Mila when she filed her police report.
Yes.
And do you know who that person would be?
Mila Adams.
And when this person came in, you didn't know who that was at the time, right?
No.
Okay. And she came in. What, if any, observations did you make of her when she came in?
She sat down on the bench and she was crying.
All right. And did you approach her, or did you wait for her to approach you? How did that go?
I actually went. Normally, I speak over the phone. There's a phone to talk to the people in the lobby.
Like behind glass?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's like almost like a smoked glass. But because of her demeanor, I went out to speak to her in person.
And did she want to talk to you at first?
No, she did not.
And why?
She asked if there were any female officers working.
And what did you say?
I actually went back to the shift commander's office and I checked the scheduling sheets, and it appeared that there was not one until 4 p.m. that day.
So what did you do?
So I went back and I let her know, and I just told her that, she didn't feel comfortable giving me a statement towards anything, then that's okay. And, if she could come back at 4 o'clock. And then I went back to the desk, I believe, for a bit.
And then what happened?
Then she called me back over and said she would like to give me a statement.
And where did you talk?
So right after you enter the lobby area, there's double doors, and then to the right of the double doors, there's kind of like an interview room. So we do fingerprints for like civilian things, gun permits, things like that.
And what did you talk about?
So she just wanted to give me a statement without mentioning anyone involved.
So what do you mean you didn't want to mention anyone involved?
Well, she said, I would like to tell you something.
Sustain.
Okay. But eventually, did you come to learn the identity of the person that she was talking there
Yes.
about? And
I did.
Who was that person?
She identified him as Stefon Diggs.
And how many times did you talk to Miss Adams?
Just that time in person, and then I believe there was multiple emails, and then it was probably 2 more times on the phone, maybe 3.
Right. I want to draw your attention to the binder in front of you.
Sure.
Do you mind looking at that first, flip the page to that first one, that first tab? There's something in front of you. This is what was previously marked as Exhibit 1. Do you recognize what this is?
Yes, that was. Those were screenshots of text messages that she forwarded me.
So those are the messages that she provided to you, right?
Yes. Yep.
That one page, yes. At the conclusion of all your communications with her, what did you do?
So that day, you mean, or
Just at the, I guess, end of, would you call this an investigation? I don't know enough the police term for it.
yeah. So like once
Incident? I don't know.
at the end of it, which was about 10 days or so, maybe 8, 9, 10 days from the time that she originally reported it, I ended up filing a criminal complaint.
Against whom?
Mr. Diggs.
And for what?
Was assault and
Overruled.
assault and battery, and strangulation or suffocation.
All right. No further questions.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Grrrls. I'm going to start at the end there. Thank you for being here.
Sure.
You said you've been a Dedham police officer for 18 years?
Yes, sir.
You just told us a little bit about the investigation, I think is what the DA just described it as. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, essentially.
Yeah, and so that involved what you just said. You took a statement from Miss Adams, you exchanged emails, you got a couple phone calls from her, and then you got a voicemail asking you to go to court, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And so then that's what you did.
I did contact a phone number of Mr. Diggs twice, left voicemails, and was not able to speak to him.
That phone number, you don't know that that's his, correct? You didn't speak
The
to
one,
anybody.
the one of them, I did use the TLO service to confirm his name. It was a 240 exchange.
So I just want to be sure here, Officer Ellis. You called the phone number, correct?
Yes.
You didn't speak to anybody.
No, I did not.
You spoke on the phone to Miss Adams, correct? You spoke in person with Miss Adams on the 16th, right?
I believe it was the 16th, yes.
Right. You didn't speak to any other people, correct? That's
No.
the only human being you spoke to.
No, there was another attorney I spoke to, but I don't believe from your firm.
Okay, so some other attorney.
Yes.
All right. You didn't get any photographs, right?
No, there was none presented.
And there was none to take, right?
Not from me, no.
Right,
Absolutely.
because when Miss Adams walked in and you observed her,
Yep.
you didn't see anything on her body that said, I should document that.
I did not, no.
And your job is to document what's important, right? And that's where you write a police report.
Yes.
And so about December 16th, you did write a police report, correct?
I did, sir.
And that was documenting the conversation that you had with Miss Adams, right? And you said you've been a police officer for 18 years. I imagine you've written a lot of police reports.
I would say so.
Okay. And you've spoken to a lot of folks, correct?
Yes.
And you know that you write that report to record all of the important information that that person has, right? To document it.
Correct.
And that's what you did in this case, right?
To the best of my ability, yes.
Yes. And so when you spoke to her on December 16th, Miss Adams told you that there was a dispute over text message with Mr. Diggs, correct?
Yes, the initial disagreement, I suppose.
Yeah, and that the disagreement was about money, right?
That's what I
That's
was
what she
told.
said.
Yes.
She said they were arguing about money over text messages,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
And then he came into her room and this thing happened, correct?
That's what she told me. Yep.
Okay. And then after that, she left her position, right?
That's what, yeah, she said. Yep.
Meaning her job.
Correct.
And then she told you she did go back to the house on December 9th to get her things, to get her belongings, correct?
So
Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. And then the next thing she told you was that she, in that interim period, after she left her position, she went to New York City on December 2nd to be with friends, correct?
Yes.
And when she said that, those were her friends, right?
That's what I believed.
Right. You didn't think she was going to go see somebody else's friends, correct?
No.
Yes. And it'd be important to you to know if those were Stefon Diggs' friends, right?
I suppose.
That'd be important to your investigation, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Okay. And so another thing that was important, I think you already talked about, that was Exhibit 1. You got that right in front of you, correct?
Sir.
All right. And so Miss Adams had said there was an argument over text about money that ended in a physical altercation, correct?
Correct.
And you asked her for the text messages, right?
She offered them, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes.
And you took them because accepting the text messages that led to physical altercation would be important, right?
Correct.
You want to have that.
Right.
You want to document that.
Right.
All right. And so that's what that is. You received those from Miss Adams by email, correct?
Yes, I did.
And then you documented them, you saved them, and they're sitting right there in front of you right now for trial, correct? All right. And looking at those text messages, if somebody deleted messages from that before they ever sent it to you, that would be important for you to know, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Sheesh.
If those weren't complete.
Correct. It would.
You would want to know that.
I'd want the whole picture. Correct. Yeah.
Okay. If I may have one moment, Your Honor.
Damn.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
All right. So as you can see, a lot of her credibility. I don't know why I'm doing the 6-7, but a lot of her credibility, unfortunately, is being called into question with not any real reasonable explanation, because she is actually not apt in answering questions as it pertains to this situation. So this guy here is like the forensic data specialist or whatever, who can talk to the nature of the deleted text and stuff like that. And they basically just ran through a whole spiel of asking him about the process of going into an iPhone, finding deleted texts, how you can find them. Can you, place additional text into the thread, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to sit here for 15 minutes and watch him. We already know she deleted the text. She told us she deleted the text. So we're not going to really sit here through that, okay? So next up, we have the wellness nurse who says she saw nothing unusual at Stefon Diggs' home day of alleged assault.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name for the jury.
My name is Juliana Stratoti, Stratoti.
Are you from Massachusetts?
Yes.
What do you do for work?
I'm a registered nurse.
Right. Where do you work?
Full-time, I work at Mass General Hospital, and then I have a side, a per diem job at the Drip Bar.
What is the Drip Bar?
Drip Bar is a wellness and hydration service. It's a franchise, but we have a location in Foxborough.
Okay. And so what do you do as a nurse for the Drip Bar?
Provide like wellness services, hydration, like extra therapy for people that you don't get prescribed, like at a hospital or through your primary care physician.
Got it. Does some of that involve making house calls?
Yes.
On December 2nd, 2025, did you do some kind of treatment, a house call that afternoon?
I did.
And where was that?
At Mr. Diggs's house.
All right. And had you been to that house previously?
I had.
And that was at 7 Schoolmaster Street in Dedham, fair
Yes.
to say? Do you remember what time you got there?
Most of my appointments were 4, 5, or 6 o'clock. I think that day I got there at about 5 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what it does too. If I may approach, Your Honor?
Yes, right in.
I'm going to put the image in front of you. I'm going to ask you to take a look at that and tell me if you recognize what that depicts.
That's me ringing at the front door on the Ring camera.
All right. And is that a fair and accurate depiction of you arriving at the house on December 2nd, 2025?
Yes.
I would move to admit is Exhibit 12.
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. Be so marked.
And I'm going to show you another photograph. Ask you to take a look at that.
That's me leaving the house on the Ring camera footage.
All right. Is that a fair and accurate depiction of you walking out of that house in the afternoon of December 2nd, 2025?
Yes.
I would move to admit is Exhibit 13.
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. Be so marked.
13. I'm going to put Exhibit 12 back in front of you and ask you, there's a timestamp in the bottom right corner.
Your Honor, can we be seated in sidebar?
Yes, of course.
A moment ago, I think you described when your appointments routinely were. Do you recall what time you got to the house in Dedham that afternoon on December 2nd?
That day I got there at 4:50
Okay. PM?
p.m.
And do you remember when you left the house?
According to the Ring camera footage, it was.
Let me ask you this. Do you remember when you left the house?
I don't remember exactly the time, but all of my appointments were roughly 45 minutes to an hour long.
All right. And so on December 2nd, 2025, do you think, how long do you think you were in the house?
Probably about an hour.
In the house, when you were doing the treatment, where did it actually occur physically inside the house?
In the living room.
So then fair to say you were in that house that afternoon for about an hour, maybe a little less?
Yes.
Okay. Anything out of the ordinary that day?
Not that I recall.
Hear anything unusual?
No.
Did you see anything unusual?
No.
I have no further questions.
May I?
Yes.
Good morning still. Had you gone to Mr. Diggs' house prior to this date?
I had.
And how many times have you done this before?
A handful of times, I think. Before that was 2 or 3.
Okay.
After that was a couple.
And without you saying the actual names of any of your clients, what kind of clientele do you have with this job?
It depends on what services they're looking for. So kind of all across the board.
Okay. And Your Honor, I have no further questions.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Thank you.
All right. So that's the wellness nurse from the drip hydration place. And, you know, they give you the hydration. They could give you IVs, all this different type of stuff, you know, keep you going. Next up, we have a massage therapist. Okay. who didn't see bruises on Stefon Diggs' accuser after the alleged assault.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you state your name and spell your last name for the record, please?
My first name is Stephanie. My last name is Anastasi, Anastassi.
And do you live in Massachusetts, Ms. Anastasi?
I currently live in Rhode Island.
Where do you work?
I work in Massachusetts.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a massage therapist.
Are you employed in that work?
Yes.
Who do you work for?
The Right Touch Day Spa in Attleboro, Mass.
All right. And you provide massage therapy treatment to clients? Is that
Yes.
right? And as part of your work, do you need to visit clients in their home?
I do that separately on my own, on the side.
I see.
It doesn't have anything to do with where I work currently.
Okay. All right. And as part of your work treating clients, are some of your clients professional athletes?
Yes, sometimes.
All right. And was one of your clients in December of 2025 Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
All right. And how did it come about that you were providing treatment for Mr. Diggs?
I used to work for the Celtics back in 2019, and whoever I used to work for, he's a physical therapist. He connected me with Mr. Diggs.
Okay, thank you. And you would provide massage therapy for Mr. Diggs at his home?
Correct.
About how often per week would you do that?
Twice a week.
All right. And where in the home would you provide that treatment?
Sometimes it was in the living room area, and sometimes it was in his bedroom.
Did you need any special equipment to provide your treatment?
He provided that. I do need some special equipment, yes.
I see. So there was the equipment in the house?
Yes.
I take it you used a table?
Yes.
Any other equipment?
No, just a massage table, and I would use my cups, which is for cupping.
I see. Okay. Thank you. How long did a typical treatment take?
Between a 90-minute to 2 hours.
Okay. And did you give Mr. Diggs a treatment on December 2nd, 2025?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember approximately when you arrived at his home for that treatment?
It was between 5:45 and 6 o'clock in the evening.
It's a lot going on in that fucking house, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot going on. A lot of potential witnesses for some shit like this to pop off. You got a fucking wellness doctor coming through there giving them IV drips. You got a massage therapist. All these people was in their crib when all this shit jumped off. I'm not to say that it can't happen or that it wouldn't happen or that a nigga wouldn't be completely distracted by rage. But that is a lot of potential witnesses.
Okay. And how did you get into the house?
I rang the doorbell, and Sonny opened the door for me.
Okay, thank you. And what happened next?
Then I asked Sonny where he was or where he would like his massage at. She told me he was in his room, and that's where he would like his massage. So I went and grabbed the massage table. It was in like a computer room. And I brought it upstairs, and he was laying in his bed, and I started setting up the table.
All right. And was Mr. Diggs, do you remember what he was doing when you walked in other than laying in his bed?
I think he was falling asleep a little bit, but I wasn't sure. It was just laying down.
Okay. So I take it you began the treatment?
So I set up, I grabbed the blankets and stuff, and then he fell asleep. So I texted Sonny, and I was like, hey, can I wake him up? And she said yes. So I ended up waking him up, and then he got on the table.
Okay. And about how long was the treatment that day, if you can recall?
It was between 90 minutes to 2 hours usually. It was more towards the 2 hours than the 90 minutes.
All right. And did anyone come into that while you were performing that treatment in that 90-minute to 2 hour window?
Yes. Mila Adams came in the room at the time.
Okay. And how did you know Mila Adams?
I seen her in the house. I've seen her multiple times in the house.
Okay. Have you ever spoken to her?
Yes, we've had conversation.
Okay. So while you're performing the treatment, can you just explain to the jury what you saw?
Yeah, so I was working on his right side leg, and I can, because the door is in front of me and I can see whoever was walking in. She was walking in. She saw that he was asleep, left, and kind of came back at a later time. When she came back at a later time, he kind of woke up because he was asleep. And she kind of went over to the bed and she asked him, there was something on the bed. She asked him if he was going to keep it. And then he said yes. And then she turned around and left.
Right. And were you able to see what was on the bed?
It was a black box, but I'm not sure what it was or what was in it.
Okay.
Now, I believe that she bought him a birthday present that was delivered in his room allegedly after this happened. We'll get to that shortly, but since she mentioned that she asked him if he was going to keep it and all of this type of stuff.
And did you ever have any occasion to look in that box?
No.
All right. How did Ms. Adams appear to you when you saw her come into the room those 2 times?
She seemed to be okay. It's nothing that I wasn't used to seeing in the past.
So she looked to your eyes the same as she had in
In
every
the
time
past.
you saw her?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see any marks on her face?
Not that I recall, no.
Did you see any marks on her neck?
No, she had a black jacket on, so I don't think I could see her neck, but I didn't see anything on her face at the time.
And did she seem upset at all to you?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. All right. And Miss Anastasi, do you remember when you left the house that day?
It's probably between almost 8 o'clock, 7:30 and 8 o'clock that day.
Okay. Thank you very much. No further questions.
Hello. Good afternoon, Miss Anastasi. Oh, sorry, good morning still, actually, Miss Anastasi.
Hello.
You said you had previously worked at the Celtics, and is it like kind of word of mouth that you got a job working for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
In your line of work, how important is word of mouth in order to find new clients?
It's very important.
And outside of just actual, I guess, technique and skill, is discretion and care of how you, because you're working with some high-profile people, is that also an important aspect to have?
I don't understand the question.
I'll withdraw it. Nothing further.
Okay. All right, thank you so much, ma'am. You may step down.
Okay.
All right. So that's the massage therapist. Now, Sonny, his chief of staff, had a pretty long testimony. I'm not going to play the entire thing. A lot of it goes into how she became is part of his staff, how he goes about finding staff members, all that different type of stuff. I really want to just keep it to things that she stated in relation to Mila. So give me a second here.
Mila was there, his brother was there, and his childhood best friend, and another friend was also arriving in, who had flown in to go to Miami with us.
Okay. You said Mila was there. Did you see her that afternoon?
Yes.
What did she look like?
She looked like she was going to work out. She had workout clothes on. She complimented on my hair. Just regular, just walking around the kitchen, probably around the house. Nothing out of the usual.
Okay. That afternoon, did you, is that the only time you saw Miss Adams? Did you see her again as the day went on?
In the evening, closer to the evening.
So after dark?
Yes, it was because it was getting dark at like 3 o'clock at that time. So by like 3:30, 4 o'clock, maybe closer to 4:30, it was like dark.
Okay. And so sometime after that, you think you saw Miss Adams again?
Yes, because I was sitting in the kitchen and she had asked me if I purchased her flight.
The flight, was that a flight to Atlanta?
Correct.
And when you spoke to her that afternoon in the kitchen, did you observe anything on her face?
No.
Anything on her neck?
No.
Did you see any redness or swelling?
No.
Was she crying at all?
No.
What was she doing?
She was walking around looking for a piece of a paper and a pen to write a card, write a note to him for his birthday gift.
When you say to him, is that to Mr. Diggs?
Correct.
And that's that November 29th birthday you just referenced?
Yes.
that afternoon, was there anything on Mr. Diggs' schedule?
He had ozone therapy and massage.
So is that a nurse who comes and does fluids?
Yes.
And a massage, you said?
He has a massage therapist.
What time were those appointments?
I believe I told them both to come at 5.
Do you remember if those individuals actually appeared at the house?
Yes,
Did they?
I believe so.
That afternoon, you said you purchased a flight for Mila Adams to Atlanta?
Yes.
Did you arrange to get her to the airport?
Yes.
What time did that happen?
Probably in the 7 o'clock hour, because you have to be there an hour before checking in your bag, and it took about 45 minutes to get to the airport. So probably between 7 to 7:30.
You think about 7:30?
Yeah.
And so did she leave the house around 7:30?
She should have left around before 7:30 to get to the airport on time if she was checking in a bag.
And you saw her prior to that,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So there's an encounter you had in the kitchen
Yes.
with the pen and the card, I think you mentioned?
Yeah, she was running to go to his room to put it on, I guess, his gifts that she was giving him.
Did you end up speaking to Mr. Diggs later that evening?
Yes.
And did you see any of those, the card or the presents that you
Yes, there were 2 boxes on his bed from Chanel. One he had opened up and he put on after his massage, and we were getting ready to leave. I told him, we got to pack, we got to go, we got to make this.
This lady said she had no money. I don't know if y'all remember yesterday. She said she had no money, nowhere to go in Atlanta. She was fucked up. She didn't even have Uber money for when she landed, which is why she ended up in New York with Shy. But she had money to buy him 2 items from Chanel for his birthday. I'm not saying anything. I'm just relaying the information.
Flight. He put the beanie on. There was another box that was unopened.
And this is after the incident allegedly occurred, that she's signing these cards and giving these items to him from Chanel, no less. The massage therapist said she came in the room and asked him if he was going to keep the gifts. He said, yeah. She left out.
And then there was a green Post-it with whatever note she had on it telling for his birthday.
All right. Prior to, speaking of Mr. Diggs, prior to arranging for Miss Adams' Uber, did you hear anything that afternoon?
No.
Any screams?
No.
Slammed doors?
No.
Anything out of the ordinary?
No.
Do you know if Miss Adams cooked dinner that night?
It was like a hot dog. It was like and there was like mustard on it, but it was like left on the counter and it was like dried up. And then in the room, it was like dried up. So there was like 2 that were made.
Let me back you up.
Hold on, man. We got a chef around here cooking up dried up hot dogs, man. A chef, personal chef. Now, I did hear something about some hot dogs yesterday, but it was a platter of different foods that included hot dogs. But 2 hot dogs shriveled and dried up with ketchup and mustard on it. Oh, hell no.
On that. Do you know if she did cook dinner that night?
She did.
Where did she do that?
In the kitchen.
And what time did you see that?
I just remember the food being like prepared already.
And you mentioned it was a hot dog or something like that?
Yeah, it was like a hot dog, or like, you know, like Auntie Anne's when they have like the pretzel dogs. It kind of looked like that, but it just looked dried up.
Okay.
Nutrition. Wow.
That night, Did you all leave from Miami?
Yes.
If I may have one moment, Your Honor.
But I'm guessing she prepared this bullshit because she's asking for this money. He's, I believe yesterday she told in her testimony that when she confronted him about the money, that, no. She wasn't getting no money or something like that. That was like a dispute with the money. Right? So I could see why she would probably fix him some bullshit. Because like, all right, I confronted you about this cash. You know what I'm saying? You're allegedly running late on your payments. You're kicking me out, saying I can't go with y'all to Miami. Now I got to fend for myself. So I could see that being a vindictive act to fix a nigga a hot dog and be like, all right, shit. Well, since you treating me like this, you ain't respecting my services. That's what you get for dinner. Shriveled up, nasty ass, dried out ass hot dogs. Professional athlete eating hot dogs is crazy though.
I just want to recap on one issue.
Okay.
I think you said Miss Adams complimented your hair. Did she tell you anything else?
No. She was like, "Oh, your hair's getting long and it looks good." I was like, "Thank you."
Okay. Did she tell you she was assaulted,
No.
strangled?
No.
You're the chief of staff?
Correct.
I have no further questions.
I won't care to inquire.
Thank you. Good morning.
Damn.
And it's is it Sunny?
Yes, that's my nickname.
And that's is that SUNNYNIE? Is it?
SUNNY and then SUNNI.
Okay, so both ways. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So right now you are the chief of staff. Is that right?
Correct.
And how long have you been Mr. Diggs' chief of staff?
Since July 2023.
And prior to that, what was your position?
I manage his household, but it was part-time.
Where?
In Maryland.
And how long did you do that?
September 2022 up until July 2023.
And prior to working for Mr. Diggs, what did you do?
I have been an independent consultant. I have been a project manager.
Shit, man. Working for Stefon Diggs, you get upgraded fast. I tell you that much.
Event producer, and I consulted for companies for almost at that time, since 2017.
And right now, how much do you get paid by Mr. Diggs?
I would say
Overruled.
Between 90 to 100,000 a year.
And when you were,
Damn, he got you for the low ski too, ma'am.
The
Hold on, ma'am. 90 to 100. Chief of staff, booking flights, coordinating this nigga's nutrition and health and wellness, living at this nigga beck and call all day, running his life for 90 to 100 grand. This nigga $64 million man. You getting paid the same amount as the chef? I think you should be in court right now asking for some more money, Miss Sunny. Got all y'all on there for the cheap. No wonder you upgraded you so fast. He said, shit, I've been paying her goddamn 40 grand. I'll double it. She'll be good.
house manager?
Yes.
Oh, how much did you get paid when you did that?
I was on retainer for $5,000 a month.
And you mentioned you went to Art Basel?
Correct.
And how long was that?
That was we got there Tuesday evening up until the events were all the way through the weekend.
Could at least been about 150, 200, 250.
That Sunday.
And what kind of events were there?
There was the showcase of his furniture line, his birthday party, just, showcasing his new furniture line.
But and you went to these events?
Yes.
Did you have to pay for any of these events?
No.
Um,
Like physically? Like my own money?
Yeah.
No.
And did you have food there?
Yes.
Did you have to pay for your food?
Not with my own money.
So.
With my
someone-
company card.
Okay. So.
Yes.
Thank you. You mentioned driving one of his cars. What car was that?
It was his Porsche.
Is it a nice car?
Yes.
How often do you drive that one?
If I need to
Hell, you mean, was it a nice car? Before we even got here, y'all showed it on the motherfucking video. Hell yeah, it's a nice car. She be driving that motherfucker around.
go run errands, if I need to do something, I will use the car as an insured driver.
And
Hey, man,
when you say
real shit, I hate when lawyers do that shit. So you drive a Porsche, right? Is it a nice car? Well, bitch, it's in the eye of the beholder. Do you think it's nice? I think it is. That's why I be rolling in that motherfucker. You don't think he gave me the opportunity to choose which one? Yeah, I think it's nice.
run errands, is that personal errands or errands for Mr. Diggs?
Both.
Okay. How often do you go on trips with the staff?
As needed, specifically for business trips, more so.
Okay. On December 2nd, you were at least at some point in the house, right?
Correct.
And you saw Ms. Adams?
Yes.
So she was there in the house?
Yes.
And you saw Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
So he was there in the house?
Yes.
Did you, was there any time that day where were you following Mr. Diggs the whole time?
No.
Were you following Ms. Adams the whole time?
No.
So there a time when both of them were outside of your range of being able to see and
Yes.
hear? Have you been to Miss Adams' room before?
Not all the way inside, but I knew which room she was in.
So you had not been inside that room before?
Not when she occupied it, but when we did the walkthrough, I was.
Okay, so when you were first looking at the house?
Yes.
But that day you were not in that room?
No.
Okay, so whatever could have happened in that room, you were unaware of anything that could have happened in that room?
Correct.
Your Honor.
Sustained in that form.
Is it fair to say that you have a financial interest in Mr. Diggs doing well?
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled.
What does that mean?
If he does well, do you do well?
I think we collectively do well.
So yeah?
Even outside of financially.
Is he a good boss?
Yes, he's great.
Do you want to continue working for him?
Yes.
Nothing further.
Anything else, Councilman?
So, of course, you got to ask that. She is his employee, his chief of staff. So it's like, hey, is she really going to come in this courtroom and badmouth him and give up all the dirty deets if she's getting paid $100,000, $90,000, even if she's being underpaid? She thinks she's doing grand. I mean, hell, you getting paid that in goddamn Massachusetts? Huh? Anyway, we'll keep moving. But that was to basically say, okay, you're invested in the situation. You're not going to go against him.
For your witness.
I just have one question for you.
Yes.
You mentioned that you got to drive the Porsche.
Yes.
All right. Would you?
But of course, if you living in that nigga crib, you ain't got to pay rent. You ain't got to pay a mortgage. I mean, shit, that's just straight free cash. No ad, I guess.
Lie under oath to get to drive the Porsche and work for Mr. Diggs?
What does that mean?
It's part of lying under oath, your job.
What? I'm sorry. Can
is,
you?
Is your job to lie, or would you be truthful?
I'll be truthful.
Okay. Who else got to drive that car?
Mila and anyone around the house, if they needed to use the car.
So that's his
they would drive
throwaway.
it.
Did you see Mila drive that car?
I've seen her drive the car before.
I don't have any other questions.
You stupid ass question.
When you say just other people around the house, about how many people does Mr. Diggs have working for him?
Nigga got that little yachty shit in his throat, man. Get clear your sure. Did you see anyone else drive the car? Get that frog out your fucking neck. Hey man, I've been here an hour. I'ma start acting different. I'm sorry.
Employed, one.
My patience.
So then otherwise they're all just contract or?
Correct.
Do you know about how many?
Depends, depending on the job. As needed.
Okay, do you know in this?
Objection, Your Honor. We're now outside the scope of the redirect.
Overruled.
Just in December, do you know?
I couldn't give that to you on the top of my head.
All right. Nothing further.
So here we have Shy. She's the hair braider for Stefon. I believe she also does the hair of Cardi B's children. And she was told by Mila that she was going to sue Stefon, take it to the blogs, and make him pay. And she said that she saw Mila and that she was intentionally antagonizing the situation.
When she came downstairs, was there anybody else downstairs?
No, just me and her.
And what did she tell you when she came downstairs?
She asked me if he was annoyed.
She asked you if
he seemed, yeah, if he was annoyed.
And that's Mr. Diggs?
Yeah.
Did she tell you she was going to do anything?
Yeah, she was trying to antagonize him while she was on the couch, like trying to get beneath his skin, and she was sustained. Okay.
So let me ask you this way: did she indicate when she came downstairs that she was going to do anything? Did she tell you she was going to take any action?
Yeah, she said she was going to sue him.
For what?
For the money that he owes her, and like she gonna take it to the blog. She gonna
take it to the block.
Take it to the block. What?
Got it.
Blogs, nigga. Who you think? What you think she is, Jenny? You gonna take it to the block?
It was
Hell
like
no.
an hour-long conversation, so it was a lot. So.
Let me start with
Oh, sorry.
So, do you remember her saying that she was going to make him pay?
Yeah.
Damn. All right, now, Shy, she actually had a whole 30-minute testimony herself. I'm running out of time, so I'm not going to be able to sit through that. But I'll pull up some of her account of spending time with Mila the day that she landed, which is the same day that all of this transpired, allegedly, in New York to come with her.
Do you remember where you were on December 2nd?
Yeah, actually, I was in Target, like late evening.
What were you doing in Target?
I was shopping for ingredients because I was spending too much money on Ubers, so I was buying ingredients to cook, like groceries.
You're buying groceries at Target?
Yeah.
I hate this nigga's voice.
What were you cooking?
So I wanted to make this like Cajun
like
pasta
Griffin.
with shrimp and like sausage. Mila had made it at the house, and it was healthy. And so I wanted to cook that because I didn't want to buy Uber Eats. I didn't want to spend money on Uber Eats, and I just wanted to be healthier and cook. And so I wanted to make it like her. So I was going through the aisles and like picking up stuff and calling Mila or message. Like I texted her a picture and asked her if it was this one, but she wasn't responding quick enough, so I FaceTime her.
All right, so let me break that down there for a minute. You're in Target. You're trying to purchase ingredients for a dinner that you had seen Mila cook?
Yeah.
You said at the house. Is that at the Dedham house?
Yeah.
All right. Did you say you were looking for, what was the ingredient you were looking for?
Like shrimp, but so she makes matcha as well. So I was trying to find out like what matcha to get, that specific one from tea dealers, shrimp, pasta, sausage, everything.
So apparently she wasn't always making hot dogs, okay? Because she seemed pretty interested in this pasta dish.
Thing like that.
So you just said a moment ago that as you were trying to find ingredients, you started by taking a picture and sending it to Mila?
Yeah.
Do you remember what time that was at?
It was before 6 p.m. for sure, because I remember leaving my cart in Target to go pick up some dry cleaning for my boyfriend because I had to get it before it closed. So I actually left Target and came back to Target. So it was before 6 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about a specific time? Do you remember exact times?
So the dry cleaners was in Bronxville, Target was at Gateway. So I got there probably minutes to 6. So probably like the end, like ending at 4 or 5 p.m. somewhere there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned a text message or a photograph of an ingredient you sent.
Yeah.
Was there any record of that?
Yeah, I took a picture and sent it to her.
All right. Would that have had the actual time?
Yeah, and the
on
location.
The message?
Yeah.
Do you think taking a look at a record might refresh your recollection of what time
Yeah.
you sent that photograph? Did you say yes?
Yes.
If I may approach your honor?
Yes.
What I'm going to ask you to do, Ms. Charles,
Yeah.
just take a look at that photograph. Okay? And I want you to look at that.
Yeah.
And after you've reviewed it, take a look up at me.
Yeah.
Having looked at that, does that refresh your recollection on what time
Yeah.
you actually began communicating with Miss Adams when you were in the Target?
Yes.
And what time was that?
It says 4:38 on the picture.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
that consistent with your recollection of when you reached out to Miss Adams?
Yeah.
Now, you said you started by texting and then you FaceTimed with Miss Adams?
Yeah.
What's FaceTime?
A video call app on every iPhone.
Had you FaceTimed with Miss Adams previously?
Yeah.
And so describe how that looks. What's happening at that point when you're FaceTiming?
So I FaceTime her, I told her what I was doing. We spoke about the pasta, and all the ingredients I needed to get. And she was like, "Girl, I'm not going to Miami." And she said she's going to go home to Atlanta for a couple of days. Then she's going to come to New York. Well, she's going to go home to Atlanta, but she's going to stop off in New York for a couple of days.
All right, let me actually stop you there. I apologize, Ms. Charles. It was not a specific question. So you said you're in Target while this conversation is happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you see where Miss Adams was?
Yeah.
Where was she?
She was in the kitchen.
Kitchen of what?
Of the denim house.
And how do you know that?
Because I've been there before, so I know the layout of the house. And the faucet was running, and I could see the island in the background.
Okay. You just said she mentioned Miami. Did you notice anything about her face, her physical appearance when you had this FaceTime call?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
Did you see any redness, swelling?
No.
Was she flush?
No.
Was she teary-eyed?
No.
Damn.
Were there any bruises on her?
No.
You started to talk a little bit about places she said she was going.
Yeah.
Did you end up actually seeing Miss Adams that day?
Yeah. Cause
following that conversation?
Yeah.
All right.
She said.
Where was that?
In New York, because she said she was staying. She was stopping off in New York for a couple of days. I asked her where she was gonna stay. She said at a hotel. I'm like, girl, we friends. You don't have to stay at a hotel. You could stay at my place.
All right. Did you actually see her that night? Did she stay at your place?
Yeah.
So where'd you first see her?
At the airport.
What airport?
LaGuardia.
And what were you doing out there?
I went to pick her up.
What time did you pick her up from LaGuardia Airport?
She told me she was lying at 11, so I got there like.
Very interesting. She said she didn't, because yesterday she said she didn't have any money to go home in Atlanta. She didn't even have Uber money. But by the time she spoke to Shy, she said, I'm going to New York and I'm going to stay in a hotel. And clearly, hotel takes money. And Shy says, you ain't got to do that. You come to my crib. We friends. Mila says they weren't friends. They were associates.
It's 11. I had to wait because I think her flight was delayed. Yeah, her flight was delayed. So I waited there for like 45 minutes.
And so, did you end up seeing Miss Adams? Did she actually get in your car?
Yeah.
You picked her up from LaGuardia Airport? When she got in your car, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
Mm-mm.
Did you notice anything about her appearance?
No.
Was there any bruising on her at that point?
No.
What were you doing once you picked Miss Adams up?
We went to go pick up my friend Tally in Queens, and we were just chilling in the car. We were just like singing and just talking.
Regular day.
Anything out of the ordinary about either Miss Adams or your friend Tally's demeanor?
No.
What's your friend Tally's name? If you know?
Her name is Natalia Moses.
Okay. your car, what kind of car do you drive?
Mercedes-Benz GLE 63S.
Is there any kind of aftermarket systems that's equipped with?
It parks for itself.
Let me ask you this. Does your car have video?
Yeah, well, I install dash cam in my car.
All right, you put the dash cam in. That
Yeah.
didn't come with the car itself?
No.
Got it. What I'm going to ask is if we could pull up video 2, I believe, from what has been marked exhibit number 5.
They be taking a little minute with these exhibits. Hopefully they got it prepared. No, they got to turn the TV on and everything. Goddamn. Hold on, y'all.
Clean more so because they get an honest check. Brooklyn Boys more like one of the things.
So if we could pause it right there. All right. So this is actually, for the record, the first video in exhibit number 5, Mr. Charles. Looking at this, we've played 14 seconds. Do you recognize what we're looking at?
Yes.
What is that?
That's Mila in my car. Dash cam video.
All right, and that video, does that fairly and accurately represent kind of the drive you guys had?
Yeah.
All right, there's a timestamp down here at the bottom. It says 11:48 and 18 seconds p.m.
Yeah.
Is that consistent with your recollection of
Yeah.
kind of after you had picked Mila up
Yeah.
from the airport?
Yeah.
What I'm going to ask Ms. Silva to do is go to the next video down on that list.
Now, of course, we can't see her neck. She's got a big scarf on. It's New York in December. It's cold as shit out there. It's brick like a motherfucker. Not Rick Ross. Wingstop. Lemon
I'm going
pepper.
to ask Ms. Silva to pause it real quick by hitting the space bar. Thank you. So,
The black
looking
experience,
at
man.
video number 2. It looks like the timestamp on the bottom says December 3rd, 24 minutes.
Yeah.
Watching that video, what are we seeing in the video?
We were listening to Cranes in the Sky by Solange, and we were just talking about what the song was about.
Got it.
Yeah.
So when you say there, we, who is we?
My friend Natalia Moses and Mila Adams in the car.
All right, so where we paused it, it's a little hard to see, but is your testimony that Miss Moses was in the car?
Yeah.
Who's in the front seat here?
Mila Adams.
So was Miss Moses in the back seat of your car?
Yes.
Okay. What did the three of you do that night?
We went to Jersey. I have a house in Jersey City, so we went to Jersey City.
And what did you do?
Drink, eat wings, and watch TV, just chill.
All right. Did you end up staying or sleeping in Jersey City, or did you sleep somewhere else?
No, I went back to my apartment in Brooklyn.
Who went back to your apartment in Brooklyn?
Me, Tally, and Mila.
And
just
what time do you
ride
think
now.
you got back?
I estimate probably like 3, 4 a.m. in the morning.
All right, so early in the morning?
Yeah.
That entire time span that we're talking about, there's your description of what you just did, eat, drink,
Yeah.
have some wings and hang out. Is that a fair description of what you did that night?
Yeah.
All right. Where'd you sleep that night?
I slept on the couch downstairs, and Mila and Tally slept upstairs in my bedroom.
Okay. Do you remember how long Miss Adams ended up staying at your house?
Probably like a week, a little over a week.
All right. That night in Jersey City and back at your...
I ain't gonna lie, you got to be friends to house a motherfucker for a whole week in your house the day of. Like, I just hit you up for a pasta recipe, and you say you gonna be out my way, and now you finna be out my way for a week, and you ain't a blood relative? Yeah, I got to fuck with you.
apartment
Yeah.
in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Do you have the opportunity to observe Miss Adams?
Probably the morning we got up. Yeah, because we girls, so we get dressed in front of each other. So, yeah, the day of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say you get dressed in front of each other,
Yeah.
did you actually see Miss Adams without clothes on as you were getting dressed?
With a towel on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you observe any bruising, redness on
No.
her neck or chest?
No.
Did you observe anything on her face?
No.
I'm going to ask Ms. Silva if we can actually play the third video. And so I'm going to pause it right there and just ask you, so this image, is that a fair and accurate representation of how Miss Adams looked that day on December 3rd?
Yeah.
That video kind of depicts how she looked.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Silva. Anytime the day of December 3rd, did you notice bruising developing, redness, any kind of physical marks on Miss Adams?
No.
On December 4th, 5th, 6th, did you notice any of that?
No.
Did Miss Adams ever tell you that she had been assaulted or strangled?
No.
Did she ever mention any kind of an attack?
No.
Do you remember when she left?
I can't give you the exact date, but probably like somewhere between the 9th, 10th, or 11th. Either one of those dates.
Okay. And after Miss Adams left, actually, let me back up. Strike that. So if she got there on December 2nd, and she left on the 9th, 10th, or 11th, is it fair to say she was down there for a week, maybe a little bit more?
Yeah.
All right. After she left, did you see her again?
Yeah, I saw her afterwards.
Soon afterwards? Where was that?
In Boston.
And in Boston, where were you?
Where was I in Boston?
Yeah.
At the house. In Dedham.
Oh, apologies.
Yeah.
I understand. So you saw her again at the house in Dedham?
Yeah.
And when was that?
Probably the 13th. Yeah, the 12th or the 13th, because I had to go do his hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was there some sort of time-sensitive pressure about doing his hair?
Because he had to leave to go to Miami, so I had to go do his hair. Yeah.
Okay.
I had to do his hair. Probably had a game. He probably had a game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me back you up. Miss Adams leaves New York.
Yeah.
9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
And your testimony was that you think it was on the 13th. You saw her again?
Yeah. Either 12, 13, 14, somewhere there. I'm not good with dates.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was
at the house in Dedham.
All right.
Yeah.
What were you doing in the house in Dedham?
I had to do his hair.
Who was in the house in Dedham?
His mom, Mila, me. I think Marshawn was there. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I can remember being in the house.
Okay. Did you do Mr. Diggs' hair that day?
Yeah.
What time of day?
It was late evening.
In the evening then?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
How long did doing his hair take?
Between 3 and 5 hours.
And so, do you remember when you finished doing his hair roughly?
It was late that night. Yeah, like probably 10, 11, somewhere there.
What did you do after you finished doing Mr. Diggs' hair that night?
I slept on the couch because I had a flight 6 a.m. that morning.
6 a.m. the following morning or that morning?
So I did his hair the night. I stayed downstairs on the couch. I was laying on the couch on my phone. I stayed down there because I had a flight early the next morning.
Got it.
Yeah.
When you were down on the couch, what happened?
like later into the night, Mila came downstairs and she was just talking about stuff that happened earlier in the day.
All right, let me back you up there for a moment. Did you see anything unusual on the evening of December 13th?
Okay, I just played this
doing
clip
Mr. Diggs' hair?
a few minutes ago.
Yeah, so I was behind the couch. He was on the couch with Miss Stephanie. We were watching a Netflix comedy special, and we were just there kicking it. He was on his phone. Mila was in the back of us, like in a little dining area. She was on her phone, and she shouts over to him, "Yo, Steph, when am I gonna get my money?" And he responds, "I think you spoke to the accountant." And her demeanor changed, his demeanor kind of changed, but I wasn't paying any attention to it. I was just doing my job. So after a while, she moves from behind on the dining table and she comes to the front, like on the side, like a love seat area thing. And she was there on her phone and she was just like laughing really loud. I don't want to imply anything, but like,
No,
tell,
so
okay,
let me
yeah.
stop you right there. You said she's over on her phone. She was laughing really loud.
Yeah.
Was she watching the comedy special?
No, she was just on her phone.
Okay. So you said later that night or the
Yeah.
next morning you spoke to her again?
Yeah, like in the, like probably midnight, 1 a.m.-ish. Yeah, she came downstairs and we were talking. Yeah.
When she came downstairs, was there anybody else downstairs?
No, just me and her.
And what did she tell you when she came downstairs?
She asked me if he was annoyed.
She asked you if
he seemed, yeah, if he was annoyed.
And that's Mr. Diggs?
Yeah.
Did she tell you she was going to do anything?
Yeah, she was trying to antagonize him while she was on the couch.
So while she was doing his hair and they was watching a Netflix special, comedy special, Mila's in the back in the kitchen chilling. She eventually came forward and got closer to where they was at. She ain't even watching the show, but then she start laughing real loud. You know what I'm saying? Damn near heckling the situation, allegedly. Right? She said she didn't want to imply anything, but she could definitely tell she was trying to get his attention or antagonize him. You know, this is right after asking when she was going to get her bread. She then comes down later, a couple hours later, while this young lady here, Shy, is on the couch still because she got a flight in the morning. She comes down to reconvene about the events of earlier, to have a one-on-one conversation to let it be known, yeah, was he mad? Was he feeling some type of way? yeah. Because I'm finna burn this motherfucker down.
Like trying to get beneath his skin, and she was sustained. Okay.
So let me ask you this way. Did she indicate when she came downstairs that she was going to do anything? Did she tell you she was going to take any action?
Yeah, she said she was going to sue him.
For what?
For the money that he owes her. And like, she gonna take it to the blog. She gonna
take it to the block?
Blogs.
Got it.
Yeah. It was like an hour-long conversation, so it was a lot. So.
Let me stop you there.
Oh, sorry.
So, do you remember her saying that she was going to make him pay?
Yeah.
Do you remember her saying anything about a hostile work environment?
Yeah.
Let me have one moment, Your Honor.
Yeah.
What else we got here?
A couple things I want to follow up with is Charles. Did Miss Adams, prior to her coming down that night, 1 a.m., and having this conversation with you, did she tell you that she had been assaulted? Did you heard anything about a strangulation and assault?
No.
That night, when she was talking about this
is a week
suing
later.
Mr. Diggs,
Yeah.
did she say that she had been assaulted?
No.
I want to back up down to kind of early in your testimony. You said you have a dash camera in your car. How long have you had that?
Probably a little after my birthday, which is September. So, yeah. Probably end of September, beginning of October.
Okay, why do you have that?
Because people are scamming in New York, insurance fraud. Like they hit your car, they see you have a nice car, and they try to get money out of you.
In New York, you said?
Yeah.
I don't have any further questions.
That's where she lives.
Oh, here to inquire.
Good afternoon, Ms. Charles.
Afternoon.
So you've been doing Mr. Diggs' hair, you said every 2 to 3 weeks?
Yeah.
For how long?
So I started doing his hair when he was at the Buffalo Bills. And then last year, like a little before the Met Gala last year, is when like I started doing it consistently.
Okay, so for more than 1 year you've been doing it, or?
Yeah.
And that's you said like a 3 to 5 hour appointment every 2 to 3 weeks. How much do you get paid when you do that?
It depends on the style that I do. It could range from $600 to probably $1,500.
And you said that sometimes you go to the games afterwards.
Yeah.
How many times has that happened?
I went twice when I was in Dedham, once in New York, and once at the Super Bowl.
And you also said that at least on one occasion you slept over his house. Did you sleep over his house often, or?
No.
When did you meet Ms. Adams?
Probably August, September.
So at the time when she went to New York, you'd known her for 2-3 months, something like that?
Probably, yeah.
And you'd known him for over a year?
Yeah.
And you'd seen him every 2 to 3 weeks for 3 to 5 hours?
Yeah.
So is it fair to say you knew him better than you knew her?
No, because we have a client service provider relationship, so I wouldn't say that's subjective.
When you're doing his hair, do you talk to him?
I keep it professional, so just how's the game, stuff like that, nothing in his personal life.
If I may, one moment.
All right. We get the gist of that. So then finally, we have, what's her name? Tally, who is, of course, Shy's friend, who's also another hairdresser, but she does not work for Stefon Diggs at all. She runs her business in New York and in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. But she was there with Molly, or whatever, Mila, excuse me, that whole week. So they were both staying at Shy's house that whole week. All right, so she was there while Shy was going off, working, going to her boyfriend's house, et cetera, but she was there with old girl the whole time, that entire week. And remember, she left and went to New York, and basically immediately after the alleged incident with Stefon. Within hours, she was taken off. She was with them.
Good afternoon, Ms. Moses.
Good afternoon.
Can you state your name and spell your last name for the record, please?
Sure, my name is Natalia Moses, Moses.
All right, and I'll just ask you to keep your voice up a little bit so that everyone in the court can hear.
Sure.
Do you also go by a nickname?
Yes, Tali.
Tali is your nickname?
Yes.
All right. Where do you live?
I live in Brooklyn, New York, and I've just moved. I live in Florida. I go between Brooklyn and Florida as I have a business in Florida as well.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a hairstylist.
Do you work for any particular salon or on your own?
No, I have my own business.
Okay. Do you know Shy Charles?
I do.
How do you know Shy?
Shy and I met in 2018. I started off being her assistant, her braiding assistant.
Okay. Do you still work with Shy?
No.
All right. What about Stefon Diggs? Do you know Stefon Diggs?
No, not personally.
Have you ever met Stefon Diggs?
No.
Is Stefon Diggs a client of yours?
No.
Okay. Do you know Mila Adams?
I do.
How do you know Mila?
I know Mila through Shy.
Okay. When is the first, have you ever met Ms. Adams?
I have.
And when is the first time you met her?
I want to say December 2nd into December 3rd. Around that time, that was the first time I met her in person, but I would have spoken to her on the phone on multiple occasions before.
Okay. And did you talk to her, just the two of you before December 2nd?
No, not just the two of us. We would always speak on with Shy in the middle, so it would always be on Shy's phone. So I never spoke to her one-on-one prior to December 2nd.
I see. Okay. So Shy and Ms. Adams had a relationship.
That's correct.
And then and you and Shy have a relationship.
That's correct.
And sometimes the three of you would talk.
That's correct.
Understood. And were these calls professional calls, business calls, personal calls?
Personal calls.
Okay. All right. So what were the circumstances under which you met Ms. Adams on December 2nd?
So she said she was passing through to New York, and Shy told her, well, she could stay at her house. I just came from Atlanta because I had a job in Atlanta, and Shy told me that she would pick me up as we were coming in from the same airport. I, however, came in before Miss Adams, so I went to my family's house, and Shy picked me up from there with Miss Adams in the car.
Okay. And where was your family's house?
In Queens.
All right. And that was the first time you met Ms. Adams?
In person, yes.
In person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I take it you had been in Shy's car before?
That's correct.
All right. And can you describe her car, the outside of it?
It's a white Benz AMG.
Okay. And can you just describe the inside of her car?
She has a red interior.
All right. Does she have any recording devices in her car?
Yes, she has a dash cam in her car.
All right. And can you describe what that dash cam looks like?
It's a rectangular shape. She has it on the top of the windshield.
Okay. So you can see it when you're sitting in her car?
That's correct.
All right. And did you know that dash cam was in there?
I did.
All right. Did you know that on December 2nd?
Yes, I did.
And you could see it when you were sitting in the car on December 2nd?
Yes, I did.
All right. After Shy and Ms. Adams picked you up in, I think you said Queens?
Yes.
What did you do after that?
We went to New Jersey.
And what did you do in New Jersey?
We was just chilling at the house. We bought food and, girl time. We was just hanging around watching music videos and stuff like that.
Okay. And during that time, it's a strange question, were the lights on?
It was.
Okay. When you were with Shy and Miss Adams at the house in New Jersey, did you notice any marks or bruises or redness on Ms. Adams' face?
I did not.
Could you see her neck at that time?
Yes.
Did you notice any marks or redness or bruises on her neck?
No, I did not.
Did she complain at any point about soreness or stiffness or soreness or stiffness?
No, she did not.
You testified. Did you see her eat?
I did.
Did you see her drink?
I did.
Did she seem to have any difficulty swallowing?
She did not.
Did she complain about difficulty swallowing?
No, she did not.
Or a sore throat at all?
No.
All right. Did her voice sound hoarse?
No, it did
Did her
not.
voice sound any different than it had sounded when you previously spoke with her?
No.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary in her appearance or her behavior on December 2nd?
I did not.
Okay. How long did you end up spending time with Miss Adams in New York City?
Approximately a week.
Okay. Did you spend that whole week? And I'm sorry, I should have asked this question. Did you stay in that house in New Jersey on December 2nd?
No, we went to Shy's house in Brooklyn.
Okay. And did you end up staying there that night?
We did.
Did you stay there also on the night of December 3rd?
I did.
And did you stay there all the way up until December 9th?
I did.
Okay. And did Miss Adams stay there as well?
She did.
Where did you sleep in the Brooklyn house?
We all slept in Shy's room.
Okay. By all, you mean you, Miss Adams, and Shy?
And Shy.
Okay.
Sometimes Shy would go to her boyfriend's house, so sometimes it would just be Miss Adams and myself.
Okay. I take it you at some point woke up on December 3rd.
Yes.
And what was Ms. Adams' behavior like on December 3rd?
She was fine. She was bubbly.
Okay.
Yeah, a good personality. She didn't show any signs of anything wrong.
Okay. Did she cook for you?
She made breakfast.
Okay. And same question on December 3rd. Did you spend December 3rd with her?
I did.
Did you see any bruises, redness, marks on her face at that time?
No.
Were you able to see her neck on that day?
Yes, I did.
Were you able to see her chest on that day?
Yes, we all stayed in the same room, so we got dressed and everything together.
Okay, understood. And did you see any marks or bruising or redness?
No.
On any of those areas? Okay. Did you see any such marks or bruises or redness, anything like that, the entire week you spent together?
No.
Okay. Did there come a time where Ms. Adams asked you to take a look at her hair?
Yes.
Can you? What was that? How did that come about?
So I was supposed to do her hair. So a stylist, I would analyze her hair. I would lift it up just to see if, the style that we was going to do. I was trying to decide on the style that we was going to do. So I did have close-up view to her neck and her hair.
Okay. And in the course of lifting her hair and looking at her neck, did you see anything?
No.
Okay. Do you remember taking a couple of videos of Ms. Adams while you were together in New York?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember approximately when that was?
Possibly December 7th or 8th, around that time.
Okay. And I will ask Mr. Kettlewell to very smoothly play Exhibit 8, please. Okay, and we could just pause that. Sorry. Ms. Moses, is this one of the videos that you took of Ms. Adams?
Yes, it is.
All right, and can you just describe where you are?
We were in Shire's room there, and we were just goofing around, listening to music and dancing and stuff.
Okay. And then if you could just complete that video, please. All right, and then Mr. Kettlewell, if you could play Exhibit 9, please.
Mm-hmm. The other video on Exhibit 1?
Yeah. And can you just hit pause for a second?
Here we go with this fucking Slick Rick shit again.
Thank you.
Uncle Ricky!
Is this the other video that you took of Ms. Adams?
Yes, it is.
And that was on that trip in New York?
Yes, it is.
Between December 2nd and December 9th?
Yes.
Okay. And was this close in time to the first video?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Kettlewell, if you could keep playing. And was that video that you took, was that consistent of how Miss Adams was being with you?
Yes.
Okay. Did anyone ask you to take that video?
No.
But Miss Adams knew you were filming her?
She did.
Okay. And the entire time that you were with Miss Adams in New York City, did she mention anything about being hit?
She did not.
Did she mention anything about being choked?
No, she did not.
Did she say or do anything that suggested to you that Steph Diggs had hurt her or scared her in any way?
She did not.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Kamal?
Just briefly, that New York trip, was that the first time you had ever met Miss Adams in person?
That's correct.
You said you didn't see any bruises on her. Were you looking for bruises on her?
No, but she was in my face.
Nothing further.
Right.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Thank you.
All right, folks. So we have a situation here where Mila has really no allies, right? And I got to point it out because it's just what it is. And I know there's going to be some people out there that feel like, that could be fucked up for her, right? Because she's isolated. She's out in Dedham, Massachusetts, Boston. She's live-in chef, used to be intimate partner. I guess she has no family. I don't know where her family, friends, or anything like that may be, but we see no witnesses, no one coming out to give further account. Nobody else that she called. No other outside communication, no other indication that she told anyone else about any form of abuse or physical altercation between herself and Stefon Diggs. The only prosecution witnesses we have were Mila herself, the police officer that she saw at the station when she filed the report, and the forensic data guy. So there's nobody else out there that actually has any advocacy for Mila. So I can understand from somebody's perspective who wants to feel like, hey, this could have happened. And I can't say that it didn't or that it couldn't have, right? I don't know. I wasn't in that room. It's not my job to say what did or didn't happen. But when it comes to analyzing what took place in the courtroom, there is nothing that happened yesterday or today within that courtroom that is going to implicate Stefon Diggs of this crime. Now, as it pertains to the wages, there is a little bit more.
Do you recall receiving an invoice from Ms. Adams on December 1st of 2025?
Yes.
And do you recall what that invoice was for?
It was for 3 weeks of services in November and reimbursable expenses.
Okay. What did you do with that invoice when you received it?
I checked, immediately I knew that it was incorrect because I had paid her weekly for 2 of those weeks. So it raised a flag. I needed to figure out, had I made a mistake or had she made a mistake? And that caused me to look a little bit further into the reimbursable expenses. We're much more structured on the business side, so I usually audit those before paying them.
Okay. So when the flag was raised and it caused you to look a little bit deeper, what did you do to look a little bit deeper?
I pulled up every payment that we had made to her for the last 18 months, as far back as I could go. And then I went through every receipt and reimbursable that we paid her for the last 6 months at that time.
Sorry. And at the conclusion, so would you describe that as a kind of an audit?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you receive an invoice and it's incorrect, I want to know, is it our mistake or was it her mistake? So I wanted to make sure that we had paid her correctly.
All right. And what did you learn from conducting your audit?
That she had submitted receipts multiple times over the course of 6 months, the same receipt. That she had submitted reimbursements for packages sent that were paid by our Federal Express account for reimbursement, that we had overpaid her.
And were you able to quantify the amount of money that she had been overpaid based on your audit?
Yes.
And how much money was that?
I think the total was $2,500 and change at that time, with an additional $744 that maybe was legitimate. I couldn't substantiate because there wasn't a date on it, so that was more in a gray area.
Okay.
So this finance lady said that there was 3 invoices, right? Or 3 weeks of an invoice with 3 weeks of pay that she claimed she had never been paid for. Finance lady said she knew that was incorrect because she personally had paid out to her on those 2 weeks. And then there were also additional expenses for some sort of packages that were already paid by their finance team that Mila was trying to get reimbursements for, which ended up being paid out. So she was actually given an additional, what was that, $2,700 on top of what she was already being paid for her actual services. So she said she was overpaid, not underpaid, based on her financial analysis of the situation. Again, this would be Stefon's team. Our lawyers don't seem to be knowing what the fuck is going on. They don't have any evidence. They have no photos. They have no witness to come out to speak to the nature of her physical well-being. She can't even speak to the nature of her physical well-being being altered because she said she didn't have any marks after being choked out, allegedly, by a all-star athlete. So again, whether or not it happened, I cannot say, but what I can say once more is that what we're seeing in the courtroom is not going to be very favorable for Miss Mila Adams. That's what I can say. Now, when it comes to verdict, I cannot give a prediction. I have my own idea of how it's going to go, and I don't think it's going to go in her favor, but we could be surprised. Okay? Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I want to let everyone know this is a sensitive matter. Therefore, y'all see, I'm not trying to be rough or harsh or overly critical of Mila. You know what I mean? I don't know her. I don't know anything about her. I have no reason to, care about Stefon Diggs' personal matters. I don't fuck with Stefon. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't even got a fucking team right now. That nigga was dropped because he keep finding himself in shit, whether it be baby mama drama, whether it be shit like this, whether it be that other incident with Blake Griffith, who was also a shoddy individual. I personally believe he ain't all that great of a person. And I believe he probably attracts a bunch of motherfuckers who ain't all that great of people as well. So this circus that Mila's talking about that he's running in that house, I don't disagree that it may be a fucking circus. But unfortunately, the circus will likely continue because there's nothing here that I believe will stop it. It's just what I got for y'all, man. Again, I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'll never politic in the drama be piling on. Father and greats unacknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built.